Hello, everybody. I am here at my favorite Korean War memorial in the country. We just had a wonderful ceremony organized by Grandpa Tom McHugh, who I had the honor of knowing for about a decade because he was in charge of the Korean War Veterans Association's events. And he knows how to organize an event. I'm also here with Terry, who hosted me, and Bruce, who's doing the video right now. Bruce's uncle is a Korean War veteran, and Terry's father is a Korean War veteran, and she has a really cool story to share.
So,
Let's start with his name, his full name.
My father's name was Oscar Hartman, and he served in the Korean War in 1951 through 1953. Whenever I would ask him about what he did during the war, he said, "I can't talk about it. I've signed papers that says I'm not allowed to talk about it." And after he died and I got his medals, I saw the paperwork with the medals that said he got the awards for outstanding paperwork, which seemed very strange to me. So I had a friend, since we were living in Korea, who was associated with the military to see if he could find out for me. And he came back and he said, "I found out what your father did. He was quite the hero. Your father was a code breaker. And that's why he wasn't allowed to talk about what he did." So
that is really cool because her father is actually the first intelligence officer of the Korean War veteran that I've really heard about. But you told me a very funny story last night.
Right. So my dad would be cooking onions. I would say, "Dad, what are you doing?" And he said, "I'm making onions and hashimikas." And I just figured that was some sort of Korean thing, and I didn't really know about it. And then when we moved to Korea, I learned the formal way to say hello in Korean, which is "onion hashimika." And I said, "That's it. That's what my dad had been saying for all those years. Onion hashimika." Say hello in Korean in the formal way.
So, and Terry, by the way, she lived there for 7 years. I think she's an honorary Korean, really. She was so active with the community there. So thank you so much. She shared stories about how much charity work that she was doing with other, not only just American women, but like other women from international community in Korea. So thank you so much. And I have Levi. Levi has a cool story. First of all, he's a professor at the nearby college, Stockton College, but he works on a very similar project, and you reached out to me, so I'm very, very excited that you're here. So tell me a little bit about your project.
Well, thank you so much for asking, Hannah, and for showing interest in the project. I just finished my dissertation, which is focused on what I call the Not Forgotten War, identifying all the many local monuments, all the museum exhibits, all the different mass media mentions of the Korean War, and trying to move against that idea that it is the forgotten war. And so when I found out about your project, I was so interested because what I did to try to publicize mine was create a small blog that I called the Korean War Memory Tour, and went to different memorials around the country. And so many of the ones that you have seen, I have also been to, though I gotta tell you, you found some ones I never knew about, and that's wonderful, and I do look forward to trading those with you in the future.
Well, okay. Obviously, I'm Korean American, and so my story, is a little bit more personal. But yours, what sparked your interest?
People ask me that a lot of the time, and part of it is this very memorial right here. I'm a local.
We're going to show.
And if you see the way in which it's constructed, open air in the top to show it, I think, an unfinished war. Many different monuments across the country have similar features. In fact, I know you went to Boston and saw their roofless gazebo there. And many of the monuments also have unfinished aspects. If you've been to Battery Park in New York, or if you've been to St. Paul, Minnesota, you've seen hollowed out figures. And so if you go to enough of these monuments, you start to see patterns, you start to be able to say, well, how do we think about this and the idea of a forgotten war? So that's really how I came to it, was that idea of a forgotten war in the context of all these different sites of memory across the country.
I love it! I love it because it kind of like reaffirms my mission, and that is to ensure that people don't forget. And I love the fact that you're doing this because it legitimizes what I'm doing, because a lot of people may think, oh, she's Korean, that's what she's doing. But for you, as a non-Korean, to say, hey, look at this, and to I mean, if you're a professor and you wrote a thesis on it, I mean, you pretty much
Well,
dedicated
how
your life.
important is it to understand the dynamic of the Korean War today, given all that's going on in the world?
Exactly.
And I know you went international, saw all the many different countries that sent troops and participated. So I think in that regard, maybe certain aspects of the war are forgotten that need to be better remembered.
I'm so excited. I'm just really excited like a little girl. I love the beach. I'm from LA, and we're at the beach right now, boardwalk.
Very first boardwalk in the country, created in 1870.
Oh
There you
my
go.
goodness.
All the history for you right
And
there.
this memorial is just beautiful. This day is glorious and gorgeous, and I'm here with. I don't want to leave. I really don't want to leave, but I guess I need to because tomorrow I have an event in Delaware. So again, everybody, this was my favorite memorial in my 47th state in my 50 state 70 plus journey, and then across America to honor veterans and promote peace. So thank you so much for being here. Continue your good job. Let's trade notes. And thank you so much again. And just as I was saying goodbye, we have the state commander, Grandpa Charlie.
Jolly compliment.
Yep.
And I want to give you, here's your award.
Aww.
And I also want to give you a copy of the book, Korea Reborn.
He presented this wonderful plaque. Really, it's really humbling and embarrassing. Really, but I do like the fact that efforts to make the forgotten war
Not forgotten.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping that many like Levi will join this effort, right?
Yes.
Even long after I am gone, because this memorial will be here. So again, thank you everybody. Remember 77.org. Bye.